U.S. stock futures climbed today as optimism over first quarter earnings once again set the tone. Investors will be tracking a busy schedule of Federal Reserve speakers for hints on the path of interest rates. But what are the main benchmarks doing now? We see the Dow Jones Industrial Average Futures rose 0.66% to 24,726, while the S&P 500 futures added 0.52% to 2,695.75. Nasdaq 100 futures jumped 0.5% to 6,745. And Asian markets closed mostly lower on Tuesday as investors digested the release of a raft of China data, including expectation topping first quarter GDP growth. In Tokyo, the Nikkei 225 edged up 0.06% to close at 21,847.59 after trading both in and out of positive territory throughout the day. Over in Seoul, the Kospi shed 0.15% to end at 2,453.77. Down under, the S&P ASX 200 finished the day flat at 5,841.5, with financial stocks slipping 0.33% and weighing on the broader index. Greater China markets were lower after the release of key data on Tuesday. Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index eased 0.66%. Mainland China markets underperformed. We see the Shanghai Composite lost 1.39% to close lower for the fourth straight session. Away from the numbers now, the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund will today release the latest edition of the World Economic Outlook report, detailing the state of global macroeconomy across the various regions as well as the financial system. A team of the two Bretton Woods institutions will also take questions from the media during the presentation in Washington, D.C., marking the formal takeoff of the 2018 spring meetings due to end on Sunday. The meetings of the World Bank and the IMF will also break into various seminars, briefings, and special presentations from today, focusing on an array of areas bordering on politics, economy, gender inequality, technology, agriculture, finance, and markets, as well as corruption. Some of the sessions focused on Africa will dwell on the move by East Africa to inaugurate a monetary union, a stage of investment into sub-Saharan Africa, as well as digital economy. Now let's talk to Channel Business correspondent Chimezie Obiwagu, who's in Washington, D.C. for more updates from this year's meetings. Good to see you, Chimezie. I hope you're coping with the cold weather out there.
I am. It's actually very cold here, but what can I do? I'm coping very well. It's quite manageable. How are you doing, BC?
Very well, Chimezie. Now give us an update of the events so far.
Well, you've said it all. If you will recall, well, the meeting started yesterday, but basically what happened yesterday was more of private meetings and registrations. The delegates came in yesterday, and they were quite enthusiastic about what is going to be discussed today, and everybody seemed to have their own agenda. Now, today, as you mentioned, in a couple of minutes, the IMF will be releasing the World Economic Outlook and will be briefing the press by 9 a.m. So I hope to get details of that across to you as soon as possible. Again, there are various sessions that will take place today, more of analytical kernel that will discuss the oil price shocks, a banking sector crisis, and inflation targeting. All of that will start off today. And talking about the financial stability report that will be released tomorrow, plus other sessions. It's quite a busy period for these two institutions. Well, I hope to give you feedback as they come by.
Now, Nigeria's Finance Minister, Mrs. Kemi Adeosun, and the CBN Governor, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, are among Nigeria's delegates at the meeting. Any idea what agenda they hope to push at this year's event?
Well, I do not know about any agenda, but I believe the Article 4 consultation report will form part of the topic for discussions at this meeting, and of course the loan talks. If you will recall, in March, the IMF came up with this Article 4 consultation. Yes, they commended the federal government for what they have done so far to bring the economy out of recession, but I believe that they still have quite a lot to do. Inflation is still high, unemployment is still high. So they came up with various recommendations, such as to promote growth-friendly fiscal and monetary policies. So at this meeting, I believe the question will be what sort of growth-friendly fiscal and monetary policy should they be looking at? And don't forget that their counterparts from other parts of the country are here, and so they would have to liaise and talk to each other, talk to one another, to know what they are doing at their various ends to see that they bring up the growth of their own various economies. So everybody will have to share their own experiences